How's it going, everybody? eCom Tom here with another video coming at you guys, and I believe you guys are going to love this video. So inside of this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys the difference between eBay and Amazon dropshipping. I'm sure some of you guys have been sitting there and you don't know where to go, where to start, what should I start with, what should I do next, where should I go in the future. And I really want to break down when I believe you should start with Amazon dropshipping, because I've always taught that you should start with eBay dropshipping because it is a lot easier to get started, it's a lot more lenient, and there's a lot less risk involved than Amazon dropshipping. But at some point, eventually, I hope you guys' goal is not to be 100% a professional eBay dropshipper, and you have goals and aspirations to move on to something bigger and better than what you're doing now. And that could be Amazon dropshipping, that could be Amazon FBA, which I'm not very fluent in, but it could be anything like that. Shopify dropshipping, which I don't have very much experience, but my business partner Jason does. Could be anything like that. But I do want to break down, when to start Amazon dropshipping and what's the pros and the cons of doing eBay, manual eBay dropshipping, or Amazon dropshipping. There are some pretty big differences, but when you really do boil it down, it just comes down to experience, time, and your willingness to put in the work. So without further ado, before we get into it, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. Let's get this video to as many likes as possible. And if you do want to get notifications for every video like this that I post every single week, then please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, or when you do subscribe actually, please hit the bell notification button. It will actually notify you when I do post new videos. So without further ado, let's get into the actual PowerPoint that I provided for you guys for this video. Here we are inside of my computer with the PowerPoint that I made on eBay versus Amazon dropshipping in 2019. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, or if you are new to this channel and haven't seen anything yet, please subscribe, and it'll help my channel grow. It'll help this video get out to more people. And when you do subscribe, please hit that bell notification, and you will get informed of brand new videos every single week that I'm putting out just like this. And also, if you haven't liked this video yet, please do so. If you do like the content, it will help this video get out to more people so that they can see where to start, help the beginners know where to go with eBay or Amazon dropshipping when they first start. So there is a breakdown. In the breakdown, I want to evaluate these two on 3 different metrics. The first one is going to be barrier to entry. That is, the difficulty of starting when you are a beginner, or how hard it is to get into starting and beginning this business. Then there's going to be inherent risk. What are the risks that come with each business? There is going to be a risk with eBay. There's going to be a risk with Amazon. Which one, kind of outweighs the other? And then profitability. Obviously, that's everybody's biggest one. So please stay to the end of this video, and you will see, a breakdown of which one I think is more profitable. And after that, there's a conclusion, and I'll tell you guys which one I think you should choose in 2019 where you are. So first off, let's get into it with barrier to entry. With eBay, it's a very low barrier to entry. Most people already have a PayPal, or billions of people or millions of people in the world already have PayPal. So if you already have a PayPal, all you have to do is just connect it to your eBay. You're good to go. If not, you need to set up a PayPal, connect it to your bank. There's a little bit more work. But with Amazon, you need a bank. You need all sorts of other things. A lot of the times, it's just a lot easier to start off with a business. If not, sometimes they're going to ask you for like utility bills and other things like that, proof of your license and everything like that. Amazon asks for a lot more documents up front, where eBay, a lot of the times, if you call in, you start listing, it's a brand new eBay account, you call in, sometimes they're going to ban you right off the bat if you buy items. If you start selling items. But after that, you just call in, they verify you. Don't tell them you're drop shipping. I've seen a lot of people do that. I have a video on that as well, and then you're good to go. So barrier to entry, eBay is a lot easier to get started. It's also a lot more beginner friendly. There's a lot more lenient in their rules. You can make mistakes up front. You can also call customer service reps and reason with them and, get some of your mistakes remitted, or at least just plead your case. With Amazon, you have to be on top of everything right away. If you don't have any feedback, you get a negative feedback right away because you don't know what's going on. You didn't set up your shipping policies right, your handling policies right. There could be issues right off the bat where you might even just get your account banned right away. eBay has been known recently to ban accounts right away, but it's more of just for a verification. Once you verify yourself, they prove that you are you, then you're good to go and you're up and running. So eBay, there is PayPal jail, which means that you're not going to get your funds released right away for the first 3 months of when you first get started. But after PayPal jail, and your funds do get released once your tracking shows delivered. But after PayPal jail, your items, your money does get given back to you every single day. Right away, you can just pull it out of PayPal immediately. Go buy your items with it. So you need a lot less capital, and you need a lot less credit. That's the 2 points put together. So once you get past PayPal jail, obviously when you first start, you're not going to be selling a lot. You're kind of learning the business. You can usually cover it with your own money or with your credit card or just some other funds.
And then from there, once you're out of PayPal jail, you're good to go. You don't really ever have to worry about credit or capital or anything, unless you just want to get more cash back on the back end. So after that, comparison, Amazon, you only get your money out every 2 weeks. There is ways to get some money out quicker. With Payability, they'll pay you out every day, but they take like a 2% fee. You might need just a lot higher startup capital or just high credit limits. So that is really a barrier to entry. If you don't have a lot of credit, if you have bad credit, you don't have a lot of credit cards, and it's hard to really build up to it. So for barrier entry right here, I did pick a winner, and for a winner, I did say eBay. So we'll move on to inherent risk now. So eBay versus Amazon inherent risk. Overall, eBay is more poorly run, which means that there's a little bit less risk because things fall through the crack. You can call them, talk to somebody in the Philippines, on their customer service, and you can sometimes swindle your way into things. You can get a lot of damages or items not received cases or things kind of, reasoned with on your account, removed. Yeah, I've called up reps and they've removed like 10 cases as a courtesy before. Where Amazon, they're very strict on their rules and policies. You need to send them emails. You can't really call people. And you really end up just kind of being limited in that fact because they are a lot more strict and they do follow the rules pretty well. So also with eBay, there's Vero violations. If you don't know what that is, it's listing an item that's a verified rights owner's item and you're not allowed to do so. But with Vero items, a lot of the times when you're first started, there's a lot of things you can put in place to not list Vero items first off. Same thing with Amazon. There's a lot of things you can put in place. But Amazon is constantly changing, and I'll get into that as well. So with Vero items, you're kind of going to get a slap on the wrist for the first couple Vero items that you do list. If you do get in trouble for it, I even back in the day, like last year, I was getting, when I first really kind of started a full year and maybe a half ago, when I first really started, I was getting Vero items, Vero violations all the time. I got 3-day ban, a 7-day ban, but you come back, and then once you put a good system in place, you're good to go. With Amazon, if you get an IP complaint, they take it very, very, very seriously. You need to write a plan of action. You need to get it removed, or you need to get the rights owner to remove it for you. If not, you can get in a lot of trouble. You can actually get your account banned. And if you get your account banned, we're going to move into this other step here. If you get your account banned, you're going to have a ton of cash tied up in Amazon because they keep your funds for 2 weeks before they release it. So say you're doing $40,000, $50,000 in sales a month, you have like $20,000 in Amazon, you get your account banned. You're going to have that $25,000, $20,000 locked up for at least 3 months usually, unless you can get it removed. Sometimes indefinitely. My business partner, Jason, got some fake IP complaint, fake counterfeit complaint on his Amazon account. He got it completely banned back in October. He's back up and running on a stealth account, but back in October, he got it completely banned, and they've held $13,000 from him since October, and they said he'll never get it back. So with eBay, you can take money out of PayPal every single day once you're out of PayPal jail, and that really is going to limit your risk where you're not going to be holding a lot of cash that if you say your PayPal account gets banned. But I've heard a lot less cases of people's PayPal accounts getting banned as well. Also, there's going to be no seller sabotage. And what that really is, if you go onto someone's Amazon listing, because on Amazon, you hop on people's listings. So if you hop on somebody's listing and they really don't like what you're doing, they can literally buy an item from you and then just say, hey, this is a counterfeit item, or hey, this is completely counterfeit. This is my IP trademark, anything like that. And they can possibly get you banned just by seller sabotage. So that happens a lot on Amazon because you're hopping on other people's listings. You might piss them off. With eBay, you're kind of just listing under other people. So it doesn't really mean that you're hopping on or stealing their title and everything like that. I mean, usually I steal their title, but besides that, everybody's listing is kind of different. And there's a lot less seller sabotage on eBay than on Amazon. And also, when there is an issue on eBay, you can talk to a rep. You can call somebody in the Philippines. You can call somebody in America, and you will be able to get your issue at least heard out. Maybe they won't side with you, but you will at least get your issue heard, and you'll talk to a real person. In Amazon, you can talk to their seller support. Once you talk to their seller support, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I agree with you. And you should just send an email to notice-dispute@amazon.com or sellerperformance@amazon.com. And, that's about it. So it's very hard to get in touch with a real person. A lot of it's all automated, done through emails. A lot of those emails don't even get read. So profitability, here's the big one that everybody wants to hear. eBay versus Amazon. And I'm sure that, I forgot to say, the winner right here is eBay for inherent risk. So eBay versus Amazon. Obviously, everybody knows that more people are going to Amazon every single day than eBay. It's a given. Amazon's a more popular platform, and it really is just a matter of time until you turn your eBay business into also being on Amazon, because that's the way I think everybody should go. I think everybody should start off with eBay. So with eBay, you're going to have to list more items for less sales. I'd say if you had 1,000 good items, you'd probably do about as much in sales as if you have 100 to 150 really good items on Amazon. So you're going to need less items for more sales. But on eBay, you can pick your own price. On Amazon, you can pick your own price too. But if you're not competitive, you're not going to get the buy box, and then you won't make sales. On eBay, if you make your listing really stand out, you can be 10, 20% higher than somebody else that really just wasn't doing it right, or if their account's flagged, and you'll still be able to make sales on that item. But like I said, you're going to be making a lot less sales because there's a lot less people in general on eBay. There's way more sellers on eBay compared to how many buyers there are. And there's way more buyers on eBay, on Amazon compared to how many sellers there are. There's way less sellers on eBay. And there's way more people, there's way less sellers on Amazon. There's way more people going to Amazon every day. So that means the little sellers that there are compared to the buyers are making way more money than on eBay. But why not have both? Also on eBay, you're gonna have to be constantly listing items. Say your listing dies, that's an issue. Somebody comes in and snipes you, that's an issue. On Amazon, if you get some rock solid items, all you have to do is just ride it down, play the profitability game, how much profit you're willing to accept, what's the lowest margin, until you eventually just say, hey, this guy's undercutting me too much. But if you're very competitive, if you're tax exempt, and you have all the different parameters set in place for whatever supplier you're using, then you can usually ride it down pretty far, and people are usually going to hop off before you get down to your lowest, and you can go back up. So Amazon also has the ability to have a variable pricing where you're following somebody down in the buy box, or eBay, you're not pricing against anybody else really unless you check it every day. That also leads to just an issue with profitability. And overall, eBay just has much, much less traffic than Amazon does. Amazon is growing huge. eBay, I believe, is growing based off the last statistic I saw, but not at any rate that Amazon is. Amazon is buying old malls. Amazon is buying, and it has like an airport now, a whole fleet. They're talking about drones dropping off packages. They're on the next level compared to eBay, where eBay is just trying to stay afloat, I believe. So the winner here for profitability, as long as you have your risks and everything in place and you got good credit and capital, then you should be good. And Amazon is definitely much more profitable. So in conclusion, which should you choose? So both are great platforms to sell on, and it really does matter on your level of experience. If you are a beginner, I do highly, highly suggest that you start with eBay, because you're going to be able to make mistakes. You're going to be able to, really grow and learn the ins and outs of the business without having to really have that much pressure on your back compared to Amazon. Performance and everything like that. You can make mistakes on eBay, and you really can, use the little capital you have, because I know a lot of people get started in this business and they don't have that much money. If you get started and you have a ton of money, ton of credit, ton of capital, then you might as well look into Amazon. But if you're very, very new and you don't have a lot of money, eBay is the way to go. So capital and credit limits are a huge factor. Like I said, I have an Amex Plum card, American Express Plum card that I use for Amazon, and that limit's extremely high. So I can just ride that all the way up. It's a charge card. They don't really care what I spend on it, and then I just pay it all off as Amazon starts to pay me back. There's really no issue. But if I didn't have that, then I'd have to be relying on my physical credit limits. Amazon doesn't pay you back right away. It could be an issue. So one thing to really, really keep in mind is Amazon is much, much riskier for beginners. If you make a couple mistakes on Amazon right away, you're going to probably get banned, and then you have to go and do a plan of action, everything like that. If you don't know how to even not get banned, or if you're a beginner, you don't even know how to sell on Amazon, you have to do a plan of action right away to get your account back, or pay somebody. It's really just not worth it to me. I really think everybody should start with eBay and go from there. So of course, the winner of what platform is the best, there is no best platform. It really is what works for you, for your experience level. If you're a very, very beginner, start with eBay. If you start making $25,000, $30,000 a month in sales, start looking into Amazon. If eventually you think eBay is not worth it to you for your time and the money you're making, then maybe go full Amazon at some point. It could happen. Or just look into any other business model. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you always just want to be looking to expand. Don't think that eBay dropshipping is like the end-all, be-all solution. It's great. It's great. It's great for the beginner. It's great for the person that's stuck in a hard place and needs to make some money to, really get their business started. Or, a risk-averse investor or a business runner where they don't want to just throw a bunch of money into Amazon FBA or any sort of private labeling and just hope it works. Dropshipping really takes the risk off your plate, really helps you learn the market, the ins and outs of the business model and the platforms and everything, and then really allows you to choose where to go in the future. So I hope that all makes sense to you guys. In conclusion, please post any of your questions below. I'm going to make sure to answer all of them. I always do. Don't be afraid to ask questions. No question's a stupid question. Only stupid questions are the ones that are not asked. If you found this helpful, again, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification button. When you do, you will get notified every time I post a video like this. And I am going to be posting a lot more Amazon videos in the future. So please let me know in the comments below what Amazon videos you want to see, what you want to see from me. And, I have a couple out there on item sourcing, but it was kind of an older method I was doing. I'm not really doing the Walmart onto Amazon technique at all anymore. Actually, I'm not doing it at all. I do believe that the Walmart onto Amazon drop shipping technique is the same thing basically as Amazon onto eBay was last year. It's very oversaturated. It's highly risky. Amazon's definitely going after it, and there's really no need to do so. So my new Amazon method that I've been doing for about a month and a half now, 2 months, is really kind of replicating the manual eBay dropshipping method that I started at the beginning about 8 months ago, at the beginning of this year. So, it's kind of a newer-ish, untalked about way of dropshipping. There's definitely people out there doing it, but nobody's really talking about it on the internet. So if you guys want to hear more about that, please let me know in the comments below, and whatever else you want to hear, please let me know. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you want to hear anything else, or if you have any other questions about the differences between eBay and Amazon, like I said, please ask below. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next week.